Unemployment and homelessness is a major issue rising in the Kalamazoo area. Just this past month, the City Council voted to remove $500,000 from their budget for public housing assistance. This is affecting families with school-aged children who may need it the most. The unemployment rate in Kalamazoo is currently 3.4%, which is below the national average.
We met with a Kalamazoo local to get an inside view as to what they see and feel about homelessness and unemployment in the city of Kalamazoo.
I definitely believe that the city could be doing more when it comes to decreasing the homeless population, not only by creating more job opportunities, which is an overall national issue, but also by making more households for families of low income.
With the unemployment rate, many families seek assisted housing, yet the spaces are overcrowded and many find themselves on the streets. Some citizens even decide to camp out in nearby Bronson Park, but later found themselves being arrested by the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. Instead of trying to help the situation, the city wants to ignore and silence these people. The city is not treating these citizens as people, and one of our goals is to determine how the community feels about this.
I read the news reports and I heard that police were arresting people, police were acting a little violent, and these people who were just peacefully protesting for their right to be able to, sleep in Bronson Park because they have nowhere else to go. I definitely think that the city could be doing more to help out, and instead of trying to create less space for these people to live, create more space.
To explore the government's view of homelessness in the Kalamazoo area and what they intend to do to address the problem, we met with the Assistant City Manager of the City of Kalamazoo.
One of the pieces that we're picking up on as there's been increased attention around homelessness is that no single entity can do it alone. I think the city, we have through our leadership through the City Commission, feels very strongly that we need to take care of our community, but recognizing that the city is not a direct service provider in most cases. So one of the pieces I'll leave with you, every year the HUD basically requires us to do a point in time count. And that point in time count both takes into consideration people that are unsheltered as well as in shelters. In January, when they did the point in time count, they had 567 recorded data, and that's through the Housing Management Information System. And that really is a way of looking at unduplicated homeless over the course of a whole year. That number is 4636. So I think the important piece is certainly using the data we have, understanding it, but also appreciating the fact that it's imperfect, and I think largely needs to be rounded out by conversation with people with lived experience and being more involved and actually talking to people where they are, and that's kind of the work that we're starting to get ourselves into. So as it relates to labor, why someone is or isn't participating in the market may be varied. It might be that they have significant mental health or substance abuse issues that makes that impossible. It may be that it's a lack of soft skills, they need a little bit of support and coaching and they're ready to work. It may be barriers on their resume, like law enforcement issues or violations that might make them more challenging for employment. For whatever reason, people that are not actively seeking employment drop off the radar. And so when you talk about the unemployment rate in Kalamazoo, it's not accurately capturing the number of people that at that moment may not have a job, who in our community is currently not housed, understanding where they may be on the continuum for needing the most amount of services to maybe just needing a quick supports and then they're on their way. I think that what I've heard anecdotally from employers is we have the jobs that are available. It's a mismatch from candidates.
The City of Kalamazoo has been working closely with agencies and programs which have been very successful in taking individuals with barriers on their employment record and getting them to a place where employers want to engage with them.
Our prior role and our current role has been in terms of housing more of a funder than a direct service
the housing
provider.
market, as well
So we
as
get funds that
housing
come in through
programs,
HUD
need reform
that
or
are
aid to
explicitly
correct
devoted
current
towards
issues.
community development
We've
goals
explored
in our
market
most low to
factors,
moderate
including
income neighborhoods.
macroeconomic policy,
I guess using
to
the
incentivize
city
the
as a
housing
role of
market,
how do we
as well as look
connect
at government
service providers
interventions
together
into the
to be a
housing
little
market
more focused
in
on
order
the
to
individual at
analyze
hand and
possible
going to
solutions
where
to
people are
overcrowding
as
and
opposed
assisted
to
housing.
assuming that they need to go and make rounds around